Okay, so I restarted from my first live because I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right, but I think I'm good to go. I am going to start from Aries and go in order of the signs. I was mentioning before that I just felt really called to do a reading tonight. I feel a lot of people are needing the support. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I already pulled 3 cards for Aries. I have the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. So definitely a time of completion. The 10s are signifying that you've come to the end of a cycle where you have really been focusing for your emotional fulfillment on these 2 areas of your life. What is happening in terms of your emotions and what is happening in terms of your financial abundance, your worth, and how you want to feel in these 2 areas going forward overall. So you've really been investing in yourself on all levels so that you can feel fulfilled going into 2022. You have been putting in the work, which is so amazing. But it has not been easy. It's been a really tough go for you this year, and you have just decided that you don't care. You're going to do whatever it takes to get there. And even if it means you're alone at the end of the day, just so that you can feel confident in these areas of your life, it doesn't matter. You're going for it. So just keep in mind that this is also, hi Elle. Just keep in mind that this is also for any other area of your chart that you have Aries. It's not just if you're an Aries sun. If you need help identifying the other areas of your chart or you want a chart reading, please go onto my website and I can definitely do that for you. But everybody has Aries in their chart somewhere, so you can apply this to that area of your life where you have Aries. I'm going to pull a few more cards for you, and then we're going to move on to Taurus. Just for you, Elfie. Just for me and you. Hi, Cal. Okay. Wow, beautiful. So following that, you have the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. So Aries, this has really, really been a year. I want to say a year. I know I've been doing, I love you too, Elle. I know that I'm doing this reading specifically for Mercury Retrograde, but my phone is being so silly. You can still hear me, right? Can you guys just tell me if you can still hear me? Okay, thank you. So I know I said specifically I'm doing this reading for Mercury Retrograde, but I feel like for Aries, this has been for the entire year. You have been so laser focused on getting right emotionally and making sure that you feel secure and just at a more peaceful and calm place in your life. So your partnerships have gotten better and stronger. Maybe you have brought some children into your life. Maybe you have done a lot of healing around your inner child. And then maybe you've also received some proposals or some apologies, which is what this card can also indicate. Hi, Anya. So that's amazing. This is beautiful. I'm going to show you again. So you have Aries, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups, which is just a beautiful spread of emotional fulfillment and just really increasing your worth in who you are and who you came here to be. Cal, that's in a little bit. Not yet. We're only at the beginning. You're so funny. And then really strengthening your relationships and your home environment and just the bonds in your life. This doesn't have to be romantic relationships. This can also be friendships and even in work, just whatever kind of like contracts and unions you've created, you have strengthened them over the last year. But you've also, in Mercury retrograde over the last 3 weeks, become very clear on what you need in these partnerships in your life for your emotional fulfillment. You're just not at a place anymore where you want to settle. It's not an option anymore. And because you have increased in frequency and increased your consciousness at this level, where you're just holding yourself at a higher standard, the people from your past during Mercury retrograde have also, they have had to rise to meet that standard. They have had to come and apologize. They have had to come and talk about things that have happened in the past. And it's just been really nice for you. Even though they could have been uncomfortable conversations, at the end of the day, it's better to have them than to leave things unsaid. So I'm also going to use this deck just to pull a card at the very end. And my friend in Windsor, Nicole David, she made these cards. I have one of the only decks that she made. She was just testing it out, and she never actually produced them to sell at a large scale, but I love them. I use them all the time. So, interesting. This is such a Mercury retrograde pull. So the two cards that came out are return and commitment. So there is an energy here of you having to return to a previous commitment that you once had in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just mean revisiting an entrepreneurial project that maybe you put on the back burner at one point, but now it's time. There's so much changing in the world right now. A lot of people are losing their jobs, so maybe you have to revisit something that you wanted to do before, and now it's time to ignite it and get it going. Obviously, this could be about relationships. There is a return of an energy in your life that was holding a high place of commitment, and now you have to look back at it. And you have to decide, how did this serve me? What did I learn from this? And how can I grow from this moving forward? Can you see I'm trying to hide my one nail that came off? Sorry. Okay, well, that's beautiful. Aries is doing amazing things. Okay, so now we're going to do Taurus. It was also coming through for me before I even came on the live that it's super random, but whoever's going to watch this video now or later, just to make a point of going and getting your breasts checked, or just making sure, just for women in general, just making sure you're always touching and feeling your breasts, and making sure that you're always paying attention to how they're feeling. Don't be afraid to always be observant of your body. Hi, Meg. Or make an appointment with a doctor. But that came through as a message that I had to share today. Taurus. Sorry, my phone is doing such weird things. Now I have a filter and then I didn't. Really, Anya? What is your sign? Meg, let me know what your sign is also. Your sun sign. Yeah, it was so specific. Aquarius. Okay, awesome. It was so specific. I just was getting ready to do the live, and I felt like I needed to say that out loud for somebody. Okay. Taurus. I have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So all new projects, all new ventures, all new energy, and a huge burst of confidence. That's how I'm going to read this. Sagittarius. Okay, thank you. Telling my thanks, Alpha, I love you. Okay, so a lot of fire energy going on for Taurus, which is so beautiful. This is Taurus really feeling confident in the things that they've been creating. This has been a really long few years for Taurus, and all of that learning and growth that they've been doing is finally coming to culmination, I guess, and it's beautiful. They have been really looking at the things that they have gathered in their mind and the wisdom that they have kind of gained over especially the last 2 years here with the Two of Wands, and just feeling so much more confident in their energy as the queen that they are. So that is so nice. And then the Queen of Wands is also about sharing that new fire and sharing that new desire with the other people that are around them in their lives. Three of Pentacles is about new commitments, new joint ventures, and collaborating with other people. So that's awesome. The Magician, using the tools that you have on your table to alchemize the things that you want in your life, to magnetize the things that you want in your life. Judgment, you have come out of a really heavy period, and through a lot of support, assistance from people in the physical world and through support in the ethers, you have really risen from the things that have been hard, and there's a lot of judgment taking place and going on, but it doesn't always have to be negative. It's just you're really taking stock of who has been there for me through all of the difficult times that I was going for, and who am I going to bring forward with me when I'm winning. That's all I'm going to say. And then I have the Devil and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So when the Devil is upright, we're talking about things that are having control over you, harmful attachments, connections that you no longer need, bad habits. Hi, Danielle. Bad habits that we don't want anymore, but it's in reverse. So yes, baby, you have been working so hard to get over these things that you don't want to have in your life anymore, these negative attachments, these unhealthy habits, and they are leaving. Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Knight of Wands is a card, can be read a lot of the times as the card of a very player energy, but it's in reverse. So we're just not having any of that. We're not having any unhealthy attachments. We're not having anybody playing your mind, nothing of that nature, because you just have it all sorted out. So that's amazing. Yeah, the Knight of Wands is also an energy of very flighty and flakiness. People kind of coming and going as they please, but like I said, it's in reverse. So just a lot more stability coming into your life for the end of 2021, and just focusing on the projects, the collaborations, and the tools and the education that you have really invested into yourself. Hi, Carmi. Okay, so that's beautiful. Like I was saying earlier, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment box below, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Danielle, what sign are you? Okay, and then I'm going to pull a card at the end just to give more clarity. on where Taurus needs to be focusing on going forward in the last few days of Mercury retrograde. Focusing on new beginnings. That's beautiful. Oh. New beginnings and transformation. I think it speaks for itself. So keep your focus there. Keep your frequency high. Stick to the new habits and routines that you've put into place. Even though it's going to get cold now, even though it's going to get colder now and darker, now is the time to hone in and focus on your new habits so that you can come out into spring 2022 feeling the best you've ever felt. Okay, so now we're going to do Gemini. I feel like Gemini has been going through a lot spiritually. A lot of like death and rebirth going on. Very Phoenix energy. Like experiencing very low lows and then rising into a higher place and gaining a lot of wisdom from that deep place. So let's see what the cards have to say about Gemini for the end of Mercury retrograde and the last bit of 2021. Gemini doesn't want to be read. Holding their energy very close to themselves right now. They're being guarded. The Chariot. Chariot is a card about being on a specific path in life right now. Going in the direction of your life path and your life purpose. Or a change of direction. So, kind of like I was saying, they're really coming out of a darker period where they were going through a lot spiritually. Then the Hierophant came out, the King of Cups, and Justice. So, right off the bat, we have 3 major arcana cards out. So that says to me that these are major life changes that are happening. The major arcana cards are about our specific milestones and specific like really big energy that's happening in your life, and then the minor cards are all about the finer details, what's going on in the day-to-day. So with 3 majors here, I'm seeing that it's a lot of huge transformation going on. The Chariot and the Hierophant are telling me that there is a big soul transformation going on. King of Cups emotionally, and Justice. So really trying to balance themselves out emotionally. Really trying to get their money right with the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card. For Gemini, they could have a Cancer, Taurus, or a Libra in their life that they're feeling really good about emotionally. They're feeling really good about combining their finances with this person, or this other energy is bringing them financial opportunities. The 5 of Swords. So this can be a card about winning an argument, but you don't feel like it was very fulfilling. So it could be a card about being a little bit petty, and even though you have 3 swords, the other 2 people just left their swords on the floor. So they didn't feel very good when they left this argument. They just left their swords there. The conversation or the arguments haven't been very uplifting and very productive. So what I'm seeing here is that emotionally and financially, Gemini is doing well right now, but in terms of their mental state and the way that they're operating their relationships in their life through their words and through their thoughts and their beliefs is needing some refinement. Needing to be more grounded in the point that you're trying to get across, using a bit more compassion. Yeah, they're feeling a little, Gemini's an air sign, so needing to bring some earth energy and some grounding into their lives when it comes to their communication. Mercury rules Gemini, so the fact that Mercury is retrograde right now, it's challenging for Gemini. Hi, Desiree. Exactly. So here's Desiree. What sign are you? This is the Lovers card, which is the card of Gemini, and the Nine of Swords. So that is how Gemini is feeling right now mentally. Stressed, confused, but it's all their own stress. It's all their own beliefs that are holding them back and keeping them feeling stuck. It's not really Leo purr. I love it. I love a Leo. Yeah, Gemini. Like I said, you're doing really amazing in terms of coming into focus towards where you want to be going in your life. Really growing spiritually. So what's happening right now is you've gone through a lot spiritually, and you are figuring out how to integrate what the hell just happened emotionally and mentally together. How to integrate the conversations and the conversations, what am I trying to say? No, I don't want to say arguments, but just the conflicts. That's what I'm looking for. The conversations and conflicts that you've been having over the last 3 weeks, but especially, I want to say since the summer, have been really hard on you mentally. And you're just really ready to go towards a new type of energy on all levels and just feel more steady. It's felt really rough for you over the last little while. But you're doing well emotionally. Financially, things are going well, but mentally, you're just really trying to get it together and integrate everything that you've learned. So why it will always take a little longer for Gemini to feel better about things mentally is because Mercury is the sign of communication. Gemini is the sign of twins, two people. So from on the level of the archetype of the sign, Gemini is two people, which has two minds. So, or some people say two faces, but they are always trying to integrate the two minds that they have. So that's why it takes longer, and sometimes it can feel really, really chaotic. But when a Gemini is the evolved version of themselves, they are the sign that gets all of the downloads of information from spirit, gets all of the information from the outside environment, and they are like data collectors. They are always learning and having conversations like the social butterflies that they are, and learning constantly. So Gemini always has a piece of information about a little bit of everything, but it's hard for them to always integrate it emotionally, spiritually, and even physically into the body. So a time like Mercury retrograde can really make a Gemini, very physically tired. So that's all. Gemini, you're doing great. You're coming out of almost like a dark night of the soul. You're coming out of it now, and you're becoming a lot more focused on what your purpose is here and where you want to be going in terms of what are you committing to, what are the habits that you're putting into place. You've hit a level where you know how you want to feel emotionally, and you're not willing to sacrifice that or settle for anything less anymore. But what will really make the rest of the year better and going into 2022 is if you really find the ways for yourself that settle your mind. Talk to people around you that you find grounding and have really good earth energy, and focus on making that money. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card from here. Protection. That's nice. So focus on the ways that you need to protect yourself right now, and you need to protect your energy, Gemini. Yeah, and bringing in a lot more feminine energy of receiving. You've been doing a lot of giving out, giving. What are the ways that you need to receive now? What are the ways that you need to fill your cup? What has your intuition been telling you? Because the reason why the mind will have such a hard time is when it's fighting with the heart, or it's fighting with the emotions. But the best way to settle that is to listen to your intuition. The intuition is the voice of your soul, and your soul never lies. Yeah. Like I said, be receptive. Be open to receiving. Okay. Cancer. Cancer. Hi, Donna. So Cancer has been feeling very stuck over the last little while. They feel frustrated, like they can't make the strides forward that they want to make. And I want you guys to remember that Saturn and Jupiter were also retrograde. At one point, I think we had 6 planets that were retrograde over the last few months. So Saturn and Jupiter just went direct last week. Mercury is going direct, I believe, on Monday the 18th. And so even though the last few months, especially the last 3 months, have felt very stagnant, things are going to really start moving now. So it was the Hangman that came out, and then the Empress and the King of Wands. So even though it has felt hard and it has felt like you cannot see any other way, and I don't know what it's going to take for things to move, part of it is you having to change your perception. Part of it is that you need to rest, and you need to do some meditating and maybe some journaling, but mostly rest. Cancer feels a little bit tired. They've been working really hard. They've been putting a lot of their fire into the things that they have going on in their life, and they're feeling a little bit burnt out. So it's time to rest. And it's time to, even though you can't see it right now, and even though maybe the fruit hasn't grown out of the seeds that you've planted, it's coming. So just give it a second. when you're forcing and controlling and you feel the need to watch over everything, like, and be super mothering and super nurturing, sometimes it can be too much and it can be overbearing. And Cancer is the sign of the mother. So that's what you're really good at. You're really good at birthing things. You're really good at creating things. You're really good at nurturing things. But sometimes it's too much for you, and sometimes you need to rest. And sometimes you need to bring in some masculinity or just ask for help. So the two things here are changing your perception, looking at things from a different angle. Okay, so the Hangman is upside down, it's stuck, but it has this beautiful ring of light around the crown chakra at the top of the head. So asking for support from your whoever it is that you feel connected to, your guides, angels, a healer, or just your intuition, but tapping back in through rest, meditation, and journaling, okay? And asking for guidance, asking for clarity. Just sit in prayer for a little while and ask for what you need. And then take the inspired action, not the action that you think you have to take. This is not energy from the brain. This is energy from a higher power. This is from your crown chakra, from the 7th energy center in your body. So tap into that and then see what kind of an idea comes through for you. Then see what the direction is for you to move forward. Rest for a second, ask for help, say a little prayer, and go from there. Yeah, you've been helping a lot of other people along and not focusing on yourself. You have to go rest. Page of Swords. There's a lot of people having lots of different opinions in your life, and it's overwhelming you and making your head hurt. So take a step back. Maybe even taking a step back from social media would really help you. I feel like you've been finding it really draining. Cancer is Cancer is a water sign. They're very sensitive and very in tune emotionally to what's going on. So it can be hard for you to be so plugged in and tapped into what's happening on a global scale right now. The Page of Swords followed by the 8 of Wands and the Judgment card. So once you go into a more rested state of being, and once you connect back to your intuition and back to the guidance of your soul rather than the opinions of everybody else outside of you, get very still, that's when things will start moving very quickly. And when Mercury is going direct on Monday, things will also start moving better for you. But I don't know, I kind of feel a bit worried for people in your life, because I feel like after Monday you're going to have a lot of things to say to the sun, and you're going to gain your strength back. So use this weekend to rest, regain some of the power and the energy that you've been giving out to everybody else, and then start being direct and speaking your mind of how you truly feel, and watch how things start moving a lot quicker for you. Yeah. Knight of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. So going back to a time when things were a bit simpler, when you were younger, when you were a child. Also bringing some play back into your life. When was the last time you did something fun or enjoyable for yourself? Bringing back some balance and just riding that fiery energy that comes back into your life. It's been really heavy lately, so it's just been heavy for Cancer. They've been feeling a lot. They've been emoting a lot, and they need to feel more balance. Not in all areas. I don't always think that balance is achievable overall. There's always going to be one area of your life where you're doing more than another area. Sometimes when we're always trying to strive for balance, that in and of itself can be overwhelming. But just, I guess in this situation, bringing a little bit more balance and equality into your emotional life. There's a lot that you've been thinking about during Mercury retrograde that has to do with your past, especially when you were a child. Could be some old emotional wounds that have been coming up for you. About people who have come into your life and left quickly. About people who were not stable in your life. And you have been doing a lot of healing around this with the sun. Cancer in your life, you could also be dealing with a Leo. Or there's a lot of fire here. Yeah, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but mostly Leo. So even though you feel a little bit depleted right now, leaning on one of your fire sign friends could be really helpful for you right now, or anybody in your life who has that fiery personality, and they can just bring some fun back into the mix for you. Yeah, collaborating with other people. Hi, Sheila. Okay, so let me pull a card here for Cancer. What does Cancer need to focus on going forward in the last few days of Mercury retrograde? It's beautiful. It's self-reflection, focusing on self, and rest. That is a card of, hi Julia, that is a card of the Four of Swords, which is about resting. Resting, self-reflection, meditation, journaling, really going inside of yourself and calming the nervous system. Like I was saying earlier, Cancer is just always so concerned with taking care of other people. And if you have a Cancer in your life, you're very lucky. They're very nurturing. They're very protective. I can't even make this up. So the guidance here is for Cancer to bring self-reflection and more balance into their life at this time. There you go. Okay, Leos, it's your turn. Let's see what Leo needs to know for the last few days of Mercury retrograde and the rest of 2021. Yeah. That's right. I'm ready. Yes, Sheila, I will. Hi, Linnea. Scorpio is coming up in a few. I'm almost there. We're on Leo right now. I'm going in order, okay? So stay tuned and I will pull for Scorpio. Also, I said earlier, keep in mind that every sign that I do is applicable to you. Just because that is your sun sign doesn't mean that that's where the energy ends for you. There is every sign in all areas of your chart. It just depends where it lands in your chart. So it's really helpful if you know what your sun sign is, your moon sign, and your rising sign. Those are your big three that really tell a lot about who you are and the way that you project yourself into the world. Okay, let's see what Leo needs to know. What a Leo way to start the reading. Queen of Wands. So, just being a queen. Just being in your queen energy, feeling good. You've obviously been working really hard over the summer. Not letting anybody faze you, just focusing on yourself. You've really increased your self-confidence over the last few months. Page of Wands. And you've been focusing on new opportunities, new ideas, new ways that you want to be, new ways that you want to operate. What are the new habits that you want to... Wow, a lot of fire here. Yeah. So your energy is strong right now. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. Queen. Yeah, that's beautiful. Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. So really pushing forward, activating those new projects, those dreams, those ideas that you've had, and executing them and using that energy and charm. Like, Knight of Wands is such a charming card. Just doing the most to get the things that you want in life. So that's amazing. Three of Pentacles. Collaborating with other people. Going into new commitments. Feeling more committed about yourself. Feeling more in love with yourself. Or just not even in a conceited way. Just feeling better about who you are as a person. You've been working through a lot of things. I don't even want to say emotionally, just structurally on who you are as a person and how you want to be perceived by people outside of you so that you can feel confident moving about the world. You're not about this energy anymore. Five of Pentacles. This is energies in your life that are holding you back and keeping you slower than you really are. Like, these are two completely different energies. Five of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. This energy is going forward at 100 kilometers per hour, and this is at 5 kilometers per hour. So, no thanks. We're not here for it anymore. Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm wrong. The Emperor. Yeah, so you are just... It's just so much fire. You are just really feeling strong in your morals and your values, and you are ready to create a whole new structure around you. It's like you've placed new rules for yourself, Leo. Like, this is the way it has to be. This is the way I'm going to do it. I'm not coming off of this. I'm not coming out of this now. You've spent so much time worrying about other people, having collaborations that did not come to fruition, or commitments that did not come to fruition, or relationships that fell away, or were really flaky and did not hold this energy. These are both fire energies, but this is an energy that can be very fleeting, and this is an energy that is so stable. Like, nobody can move him. That's the Emperor. He rules his kingdom, and nobody's telling him otherwise. So that's it. That's just the energy that you're holding now, and you're not backing down from it. That's beautiful. Feeling very intuitive, very in tune. Good, Carmi. I'm glad. That's beautiful. I love that for you. The summer was a very introspective time for Leo. I feel like they were doing a lot of observing. You were really watching people in your life, and you were watching yourself. Kind of the way I'm seeing it is like having a third party perspective on yourself and other people in your life. And just, I don't even feel like it was super judgmental. Just observing and looking at, does this work? Does this not work? No? Okay, no problem. Like, I'm not even upset about it. Let's just do it a different way though. Let's just make it healthier. Let's make it cleaner. Let's make it hotter. Let's not feel like this anymore. 3 of Wands. Like, whatever was in the heart and hurting the heart, there's no room for it anymore. It's just tired. It's overdone. But I don't feel like it was, yeah, I just feel like you were so, like this. 4 of Cups. So you've been observing the 3, so these are 3 swords and these are 3 cups, okay? You've been observing the cups, the emotional things that have happened to you in your life, and you've been really nostalgic about it. Sorry, it keeps pausing. You've been really nostalgic about it and just thinking, I really feel like it was over the summer, like, wow, like I've been through a lot. What are the things that I've been through in my life? I'm so much stronger for this. I have so much wisdom from this. And because you decided not to, you didn't have any ego in it. Because you decided not to have any ego about it, Spirit was like, yes, good job. You have really learned the lesson. You have really integrated it. So I'm going to come down with something brand new emotionally for you. Don't worry about what happened here. That's all done now. Those cups are empty. There's nothing there for you. Let me give you something that's brand new and that feels good. Hi, Nucha. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm going to pull 1 or 2 more cards for Leo, because I like where this is going. I love that. 6 of Wands, which is a card of victory and celebration. Could be a marriage celebration, an engagement, something really beautiful that's happening in your life. Something where people are saying to you, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. You're killing it. Like, the 6 of Wands is not the end of a cycle, and it's not the end of the journey. It's not the graduation, but it's definitely the point where you're like, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm feeling good. And there's a lot of things to look forward to in the future. That's amazing. Yeah, Ace of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, and the Death card. So a complete rebirth of who you are. Also going into, I feel like you're still going, like I said, you're not at the end of it. Okay, you're still going through this process. I feel like it will really come to like that graduation phase, or that the end of this phase you're going through in Scorpio season. So soon. And then the 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So just paying attention to all of the things that you have been building, all of the things that you have been putting your energy into, and all of the things that you are cutting out. So focus on that to go from now until Scorpio season. Focus on where you've been putting your money, where you've been putting your energy, the things that make you feel good, like you're growing every day, and cut out everything else that isn't. And it sounds a bit harsh, but you've just been doing too much work for yourself and gaining too much momentum to let anything slow you down. Awesome. So let me pull a card from here. on what you need to focus on. Oh, it's a lot of cards. Clarity, okay. I like that. Kind of like that Ace of Swords card I just pulled. That is a card of clarity. Being really clear on your boundaries, really clear with your words, using really good communication. And this way nobody's confused about what you're doing and where you're going and where you stand on anything. I'll pull one more. Thanks for joining me on Friday night. Are you guys drinking tea or wine? I would love to know. That's nice. Love. So focus on gaining clarity in whatever area of your life you feel like needs it. And you can access that clarity through channeling in love. Yes, Sheila, cheers. Desiree, I'm so glad this is resonating for you. But I feel like this is really love of self. I feel like that's really, really grown for you, for Leo, over the last, even the last year, but definitely over the summer, a lot happened. Linnea T, me too. In bed, good. Okay. Linnea, what are you? What is your sign? Your sun sign? Or if you want to tell me all three. Sun, moon, and rising. I would love to know. Okay, so we are going to Virgo. The Judgment card came out first. So Virgo is coming out of, Virgo has been experiencing a lot of. Good night, Desiree. Thank you for watching. Virgo has been going through a lot of stress lately. A lot has been happening in the mind. They've been thinking of a lot of things that have been going on that have come to the surface. A lot of things that they didn't realize previously. Just a lot of, it's like revelations. But on a very spiritual and personal level. It's kind of like when you're, when you're driving and you're kind of in that subconscious state where you're driving, but you're not actually there. You're thinking of a lot of other things. And that's just the vision that I'm getting. It's like Virgo's driving and they're thinking of so many things and they're just like, oh my God, I never realized that's why I am the way that I am. Or, oh my God, I never realized that's what they meant. Good night, Carmi, love you. I never really realized that's what they meant when they said that. So a lot of those moments of realization and clarity have been happening. But even though it's been bringing them clarity, it's doesn't mean that it's been bringing peace. It's been a bit stressful, and sometimes it's been a bit sad, the realizations, but it's okay because the sun is coming out. It's okay. It's better to know the truth of things than for them to stay hidden. It's better to know the truth of ourselves than to lie to ourselves about things. That's it. It's all about, this Mercury retrograde for Virgos has been all about where have they been lying to themselves. Where have you been lying to yourself? And when you realize all the ways you've been lying to yourself, you're going to be a bit upset about it. Because it's just not nice. The soul is here for the truth of everything, and the human lies to protect, and the human lies to feel more comfortable. And Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, so Mercury retrograde is difficult. Scorpio sun and moon with Virgo rising. Okay, so this is applicable to you, Linnea, too. Okay, so Virgo has been realizing all of the ways that they have not been telling themselves the truth. And it's just been a human form of protection. And that's just because we want to be safe. It's from the ego. We want to feel safe. We want to feel protected. We don't want to feel that hurt. We don't want to feel that self-betrayal. But when Mercury goes retrograde and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, that energy goes back over all of those places that we have not been communicating properly to ourselves about what needs to be fixed and what needs to be redone and renewed and refreshed. Okay? So this has also been especially in the area of our relationships and our unions with other people. Our friendships, any type of partnership you have, any type of union. It could be friend, business, romantic, parents, children, anything. But a lot has been coming to light about all of the things that we have not been talking about previously. What have we not been paying attention to? What have we not been talking about? And what has been keeping us up at night? And it's coming forward now, but it's going to be very healing. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Be gentle. Take a breath. Virgo, I feel it. It's been a lot. This Mercury retrograde was not kidding about anything. It was not gentle to you. It came with all of the truth. It cut everybody's heads off and sliced through it all. It left no stone unturned. So that's okay. Now we know everything. Now everything is out on the table. There's still a few days left of Mercury retrograde, and we have the shadow phase after for 2 weeks. So let this energy play out how it's supposed to. The best thing that you can do in this situation is just surrender to it. Surrender to it, because the more you try to stay protecting your mind and your emotions, the more challenging things become. I hope this makes sense. Yeah, so all of the ways that you have been holding on to unhealthy attachments and trying to control everything around you, it's not going to work anymore. You don't want to be in that energy anymore, because the soul did not come here for this. The soul did not come here to live in this state. The soul came here to live like this. So where are you controlling? Where are you hiding? Where are you staying? Sorry, it's pausing. Where are you staying safe by keeping old connections and old habits? And what are the ways that you can feel more free, more connected to the divine, more connected to your childlike self, and more vulnerable? A baby is naked on a horse, having no cares in the world. Wouldn't you like to get back to feeling like that? Who are the people that make you feel like that? That's right. You need to heal to receive. That's right, Sheila. You need to heal to receive all different kinds of connection that you truly want and that you truly need. Okay, let's pull a few more cards here. Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords, and the Five of Cups. I'm going to sit with it for a second. This is really nice. So once you become clear on your boundaries and you let go of the unhealthy attachments and habits and conversations that have been keeping you awake at night and causing you all of this mental stress, you're going to come into a new level of emotional goodness. Like, this is beautiful. Knight of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. This is a new cycle of emotional offers. So different and new people coming into your life that will bring you greater emotional fulfillment, just nicer conversations, a nicer way of feeling, more comfort, new love offers. That's beautiful. The wheel is turning in your favor, so that's really nice. But this was a really challenging cycle. It was hard. But Page of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Paying attention to fast words. So watch how your emotions are playing into your words. Don't allow your emotions to take over your conversations and your communication. Stop and think about it first, because this person is only paying attention to all of the cups that have fallen over. There's 2 full cups here that are upright, and there's 3 cups that have spilled over. There's nothing left in them. So if they shifted their focus and turned around and looked here, then they would feel better. But their focus is directed in the wrong place emotionally. So emotionally, where can you feel grateful in your life right now, Virgo? Where do you feel full? Who fills you up? What fills you up? Instead of focusing on here, what has happened and what has caused pain. And not allowing people to come into your life that's not the right way to say it. Just not being heated about the things that you're saying because you're worrying about the things that have happened in the past. Use your words wisely. Be the Queen of Swords instead of the Page of Swords. This is a very young and immature energy. This is an energy that speaks before they think. The Queen is very wise. She's very calm and collected and is clear in her communication. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card here for Virgo. So that's right, energy flows where focus goes. Such a good point, Sheila. These are the 2 options, Virgo, of how the rest of the year can kind of unravel for you, okay? You can choose, because you always have the choice of where your energy flows is where your focus goes. So if you're going to focus on the things that have happened in the past, then it's 9 of Swords. But this is a woman who's in her own mental prison because of where she's choosing to keep her thoughts, mind, and beliefs. Or if you choose to use your pain as the fuel to propel you forward and to move you in a new direction, and understand that the soul didn't come here for things to be easy. The soul came here to grow. There was we didn't sign anywhere that said this lifetime is going to feel easy and wonderful and great. We didn't sign anything like that. The soul came here for growth in whatever way that looks like. So instead of feeling frustrated for the way that things have gone and mad and upset and sad and losing sleep at night and think old things, this is the direction that you want to go in for the rest of the year. 10 of Cups. Emotionally fulfilled with people around you that you love. Being outside more. I feel like you've been working a lot, Virgo. So taking some more time outside in nature will also help. Okay, let's pull a card here. What does Virgo need to focus on? Cards are jumping, but they're not coming out. Interesting. It says secret. So, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, what are the things that you've been lying to yourself about? Don't keep them inside anymore. It doesn't mean that other people need to know what they are, but just finally admit the things to yourself. Write them on a piece of paper and burn them so that the energy of the things that you've been holding inside doesn't need to be a secret that is deceptive or anything like that. It could be and it could not be, but anything that you have been holding inside that you have not been sharing, that you may feel ashamed about, that is something you have done or somebody else has done towards you. Write it on a piece of paper and burn it. Get it out of your body. It doesn't belong there anymore. And when we keep stuff like that inside of the body, it creates dis-ease, which is illness. Yeah, and using your intuition. Once you get all of this stuff out of your body, your intuition will flow a lot better, and then things can start moving in a forward direction for you. Okay. Libra. What does Libra need to know for the rest of Mercury Retrograde? Hi, I believe it's Michaela. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Please let me know in the comments below, or the comment box, what your sun sign is. This is for Libra. Five of Cups. That's the first card. Okay. Let's see where the card went. Libra. Libra's been really focused in terms of work, in terms of their career, in terms of building. So much so that they haven't really been paying attention to what's going on emotionally. They haven't really been paying attention as much as they would like to their relationships. But they've been doing really well in their career. They've been building and moving higher and taking on new projects and becoming an entrepreneur. but mentally and emotionally, there's been a lot happening inside that they haven't been talking about. They have things that they want to say and that they want to talk about, and offers that they want to give out emotionally, but they've been really juggling over the decision. Libra has been losing sleep over thinking about having these conversations with someone, or maybe just even themselves. Emotional conversations that they've been having a hard time to have with themselves. Needing to go inside, focus on their intuition and take a step back. Libra needs to take a little step back and maybe have a long weekend to themselves, have some rest. But work has been consuming. Knight of Wands. Work has been putting them in a very frantic energy. They've been moving fast and taking this call and going to this place and seeing this person and trying to figure that out. And a lot has been created and a lot of momentum has been gained in terms of work. Hold on a second here. Libra's been working so hard in terms of work, and they've come to the top of the peak of that mountain, but now they feel like it's a bit heavy. All of the stuff that they've been carrying and doing and creating feels heavy, and it's actually been causing a bit more stress, and they don't know if it's even worth it financially. So that's one option. Or Libra could also be figuring out new ways that they want to invest their money that they've been making. They don't know if they want to invest it in, I just saw the Two of Cups come out, but it didn't fall. So they could have a relationship in their life, but they don't know if, I should say you, Libra, you don't know if you want to put your money there. You don't know if you want to invest in a life with this person. You don't know if you want to invest in a business with this person. It's causing you to lose sleep at night. You're worried about things that have happened to you in the past that have kind of looked the same. Oh, it came out anyways. I can't make this up. The Two of Cups came out anyways. So we're definitely talking about some sort of a partnership or a union. And the energy doesn't feel secure enough for you to make that commitment into it, for you to place all of your eggs into that one basket, or to put all of your hard work. Like, you have worked so hard to get to the place where you're at now. And Mercury Retrograde has caused you to question some things. You got a bit quiet. You went inside of yourself during the last 3 weeks. And you were taking a look at all of the things that you've built and you've created for yourself and how far you've come. And there's an offer on the table. It could be romantic. It could be business, whatever that means to you. But there's a cup that someone has brought forward for you, and you're not 100% sure how you feel about it. It's causing you a bit of anxiety. I just can't figure out if you're feeling anxious about it because it's reality for you to feel anxious about it, or because you're feeling protective over things that have happened in the past. Like, are you trying to protect yourself by being this way, or do you have all the right to feel worried, all of the right not to trust. So let's see. Ace of Pentacles. To me, it says, it's too many cards. To me, that says to give it a chance. It could, joining forces with this person could bring really good, yeah, take the chance. Could bring really great financial opportunity. For this, it's very specific message, but for somebody who will watch this, there's the option to move. There's an option to go overseas, to take a really big leap, and it will work out in the long run financially. You're trying to figure out if it's worth it, and you're losing sleep over it, and you're worried. But from what I see here, I feel like it can work out really well for you. There's a lot happening, Libra. But if you stay in that intuitive place of the High Priestess, and you stay operating from the level of your soul and just do exactly what is right for you, then everything else will work out around it. Okay, I'm going to pull a card here. So bringing some balance back into your mind and your emotions. It's been a little bit chaotic lately. Like I've been doing well. Like I said, you've been doing well in terms of work and creating things around you, in terms of progressing yourself and focusing on what you want and your entrepreneurial ventures or even at your job. But you need to tip the scale a little bit over to the side of your personal life. Even if you're watching this after, please let me know in the comments if this resonates for you. If you have Libra in your chart or any sign, if any of the signs resonate to you, I'd love to know down below. Let's pull one more card for Libra. Separation. So there's some things that you need to separate from in order to bring balance in your life. There's some thoughts and emotions that you need to separate yourself from now. They're not serving you anymore on this new adventure you're supposed to go on. Doesn't need to be an overseas adventure, but you are about to go on a new adventure in your life, whether it be in career, whether it be in relationship, or whether it be on a journey of self-discovery. But it's time to separate from some things that aren't for you anymore and to bring more balance into both the masculine and the feminine energies. Being open to receiving more, because I feel like you've really been in your masculine energy, working a lot, going, grinding, hustling, but let's receive a little bit. Let's become softer and trusting a bit more. Okay. Scorpio. Sheila, if you're still with me, this is for you. Okay. The cards are flying out. Interesting. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. This is too many. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to take whatever's coming because Scorpio's energy is strong. You're welcome. Wow. Okay. So, Scorpio has been kind of like how the cards just came out. That's right, Sheila. You do only receive in the feminine. Good. Linnea, your Libra reading was spot on for the Libra in my life. Good. That's wonderful. That makes me feel happy. Okay, so let me just tune in for a second. Scorpio has been dealing with a lot of things a lot of different options coming at them quickly. And it's like they've been I'll just say it's like, Scorpio, you've been having to choose things very quickly, whether or not they are in alignment with your worth or not. But you haven't really had a lot of time to like process it. It's all been coming at you. And in order for you to stay at the level that you have achieved, you've worked really hard. You've worked really hard to get to the level that you're at right now. And you're not where you want to be. You're not at that top place of your worth. You know there's more to do. You know there's more to grow. Page of Pentacles. You've really been looking at things with fresh eyes and enjoying being a student of life right now, which is really beautiful. But there's always those like old things that kind of come back at times, or nag at you, or call you, or anything like that. And they come back very aggressively, and they kind of look good, like they're wrapped nicely, but once you unwrap it, you're like, oh wait, this is not it. This is not what I ordered. This is not what I asked for. You said that you were different, but you're actually not. Stuff like that normally happens in Mercury retrograde. But it's as if the decisions this is just the insight I'm getting. It's as if you've had to make the decisions quickly. And that's a good thing. It's kind of like you haven't had time to go into your Scorpio deep waters of emotion and like brood there. You haven't been able to do that. Oh, sorry, I paused for a second. You haven't been able to do that, which is a good thing. You haven't been able to sit like deep into your emotions and think about it too much. It's better that things have been moving along. Then you have Justice and the Magician. So we are right now inside of Libra season. We're almost at the end. But that's what the Justice card represents, is Libra season and the Magician. So during this time, you've gained so many new tools. You have gained all of the pieces that you need to go to the next level and to unlock the next, it's just the next phase and the next cycle of your life, which is so beautiful. You've really used this energy of Libra where things begin to balance out. Because you didn't let any of this trip you up or any of this fool you, then things have been able to move along better. Okay, let's see what else I have here. There's a few more cards. The World, Page of Wands, Five of Swords, the Hangman, and the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. The Seven of Swords is here, which can be a card of This card can be of somebody betraying, deceiving, or it could be taking on more than you can handle. So take that however it resonates to you. If this is a card of betrayal or deception, just pay attention. What are the ways that you are betraying yourself, or what are the ways that other people could be deceiving you? But I feel like I said, I feel like you've gained enough tools over time to know the difference now, to know what is just, to know what is right. You pick it up right away. This person doesn't really get away with much anymore. If this is about you taking on more than you can handle, this is mentally. So being mindful of how are you de-stressing, how are you relaxing, and not trying to be the hero, not trying to overcompensate, and like you said, Sheila, kind of going into that receptive energy and allowing other people to help you so that your mind can be more at ease. Then comes the World, the Page of Wands. This is the end of this cycle. The World is the very last card in the major arcana. So this is the end of this really, really challenging cycle that you've been going through in terms of like weeding out people and things that take from you, that drain you, that try to deceive you, that try to manipulate you, and that force you to overcompensate. It's not necessarily that you even want to overcompensate, it's that you have to make up for other people. So this is where you have figured out what your boundaries are, what can no longer be that way. For this to be going on, the cycle is shifting and moving. Page of Wands, Page of Wands, Five of Swords, the Hangman, and the Hierophant. The Hangman is a card about feeling like you are stuck somewhere. So if you look, and feeling frustrated, if you look, only one of his legs is stuck. And he just has to ask for help. He just has to ask for guidance. He just has to use his intuition to figure out the way out. He has to surrender to where he is in order to receive the information properly, but from an intuitive place, from a spiritual place. Tuning back into your spiritual nature. It's been a lot happening emotionally and mentally. It's been a lot of like illusions going on and trying to make sure that everything is balanced and fair, and just trying to keep a peaceful environment, but it's been very difficult. And so with the World here, it's telling me that this phase is coming to an end, and you're not arguing anymore. You don't want to argue. You don't want to fight with anybody anymore. You're really ready to just find new solutions. Let's look at the opportunities that are available to us here. Let's look at the new ways. Let's talk about new things that we've never talked about before so that we can just move forward in a productive way. But on a spiritual level, like, especially going into this new time of the world, everybody has been operating at a very mental level. Just trying to think about everything and how does this work, how does that work, but where we really need to start operating from a lot more from the heart is from the heart, and thinking about people as spiritual beings rather than just humans. So whatever has been happening that's been difficult with other people or situations, just thinking of the other person as a soul, and like, what is that soul or those souls, whoever it is, that is that is being creating any struggle in your life with you, what are they also going through? And it's not about like letting anybody off of the hook, but just having that awareness, like, okay, this person is a soul. They're going through their own growth, their own issues, their own trials. And once you remove that humanness from them and you realize they're just like you at the end of the day, having their own fears and their own sadness, then things can start to elevate and happen at a higher consciousness, and greater conversations can be had, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see what you need to focus on going forward. This is for Scorpio. Scorpio need to focus on at the end of Mercury Retrograde and going into the end of 2021. Love you too. Okay, so fertility in reverse, not focusing so much on creating and just allowing things to come to you. But like I said, there's been a lot of building, a lot of planting seeds into new things, and you guys have done a great job at that, Scorpio, but now just let everything grow and everything happen. Kind of like I showed you with the Hangman, just surrender to what's going on, take a step back, rest the last few days of Mercury retrograde. You guys have been working really hard. Choice. Yeah. Don't make choices anymore where you're lying to yourself. Saturn is going direct and Jupiter is going direct, so won't be able to anymore. Saturn is all about discipline and Jupiter is all about abundance and prosperity and bringing new things into our life. So everything that that is meant to be ours, we really want to start believing that it's already ours and it's already coming to us, as long as we can match the frequency that thing we want is at. So focus on that. Don't focus on things that have happened in the past. Focus on what has to happen going forward, and that it's already ours. It's already yours. What's for you can never... Hi, Nadia. Hi, Miriam. What's for you can never pass you. It's already yours. Just bring your frequency to the level that you can match it. And what does that mean? What do you want? Think about what you want. Hold that in your body. And then feel in your soul, what is the frequency that I have to be at? What are the habits I have to have? Who is the person I need to be in order to match those things that I want in my life? I hope that was helpful. Sagittarius. Hi, babe. How are you? Okay. Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius. They're so fun and adventurous and funny and just the best. One of my best friends, Sagittarius. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups. A new time for relationships and children. That's beautiful. Sagittarius. This has been an area of your life that has been eluding you for a little while, that you haven't felt completely settled in, that you feel very nostalgic about. You're thinking about things that happened in the past that aren't happening now. But, oh, too many cards. Hold on. Thinking of your relationships in a new way. Thinking of what a relationship looks like or feels like to you in a new way. The old way that you've been doing it and that you've been thinking about it and feeling about relationships and kids, and even if you have a relationship now or even kids now, like, what are the new ways that you want to elevate these areas of your life? Mercury retrograde has really had you thinking about being nostalgic about things from when you were a child. You're welcome, Sheila. Thinking a lot about things from when you were a child. Thinking about how do you want to parent, or what kind of parent do you want to be, or even thinking it might not be about your own children. It could also be about your inner child. So the way that you form relationships in your life, Sagittarius, has to do with the relationships and patterns and dynamics that you saw as a child. And what are the ways now in your life moving forward? Like, this has become illuminated to you over Mercury retrograde. This has come to your attention that those dynamics really matter, and those dynamics, love you too. No problem, Sheila. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. Give Evan a kiss for me. Sagittarius, over the last few weeks, has really been thinking about how the dynamics of their childhood, or just seeing how childhood dynamics in general really play out in adulthood, and how that affects your worth, how that affects the worth of other people in your life, how it affects their money, and how it affects them emotionally and triggers them. It's been a lot of family stuff. But with the Wheel of Fortune here as the first card out, the wheel is spinning now. Like, this learning, this wisdom that you've been thinking about in your heart hasn't really been in your mind so much. It's been a lot happening in your heart and spiritually. Is bringing you into transforming those beliefs and those dynamics and what you can do with them. Even if your childhood was painful, or you're witnessing this in your partner, that the dynamics have really affected you or them in the present time. Using all of this pain to transmute it into something bigger and better. Understanding how you want your dynamics to be moving forward in a healthier way. How to bring balance to this area of your life. And forgiveness. This can also be a card about forgiveness. What are the areas in your life that you need to give forgiveness? That's very powerful. Okay, let's pull a few more cards here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. So you've been working at this for a while now. You've been working at the ways that you need to give forgiveness, heal these areas of your life. It's been hard. It's been hard because whatever occurs to us when we're children is the foundation of who we are. So to come out of those belief systems is challenging. But if you stick with it and you work to improve yourself and form new habits and new belief systems, yeah, like, this is a complete... The Tower card is all about new revelations, new things coming to light, surprises, or it's about the foundation not being strong enough and completely coming out from under you. So the foundation of of the beliefs that you have from when you were younger are coming up at a soul level for you to look at. and for you to identify what works and what do I need to do to make a stronger foundation for myself and for my future. Whether that's independently, whether that's with a partner, whether that's with children. How do I make this better? Because up until now, this hasn't been working the way that I wanted to. I don't feel the way I want to. I want to feel better. I want my children to have a better life. I want healthier dynamics. I want a healthier mind. That's a lot, Sagittarius. That's a lot going on. But it's good and it's necessary. You really want to feel different going into 2022. You've decided not to lie to yourself about any of it anymore. You've decided just say it how it is. Ask the questions you need to ask. This is the card of Sagittarius. And this is all about balancing your mind and your emotions. All about bringing balance and integrating what you've been learning, how you've been feeling, things that you've been receiving. But notice how it's an angel doing it. Notice how it's an angel bringing balance to the cups. So I love this card. I think it's so beautiful. But the work that you're doing right now on an emotional, mental, spiritual level is very challenging for the human. The soul likes it, but for the human, it's hard. So really asking for support and asking for higher guidance, really sitting, doing your spiritual work and going in at a soul level so that you can heal whatever has been happening for you, Sagittarius. Okay? It's time for you to heal the dynamics of the family that have not been working for you. It's time for you to heal the things that you want to have better for the people in your life and your future. It's just time now. Like, you're going to do everything different than the rest of your family did it. And that's really beautiful. I'm going to pull one more card. Bye, Linnea. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Hi, Mike. Didn't you come in at just the right time? We're on Sagittarius. Okay, we're going to pull one more card for Sagittarius. The Death card. Yeah, so this is a complete death and rebirth. This healing process will really be, you'll be excavating is the word that I heard. Excavating all of this out from now until Scorpio season, which is over the next month. So it's okay, let it happen. You've already been doing it, and it's really necessary for you. What does Sagittarius need to focus on over the next few days of Mercury Retrograde and the rest of 2021? Breakthrough. So it's going to be a complete breakthrough for you. It's going to be a complete, breaking through fear. There's a lot that will come up in this process for you. It can be very challenging to question the patterns and beliefs that you've grown up with and it's gonna look different than everybody else around you. But if your soul is telling you that something is not right, or your soul is telling you there's a better and a healthier way, then you have to lead with that and go with that and trust it. It can be very fearful because the ways that we grew up and the ways that we, just everything from childhood is all about protecting that. It's all about protecting that inner child. So the ego and the human is going to fight the breakthrough and fight the lessons, because the inner child is going to be upset by all of this. But it's time now. Like, you're going into a new phase into 2022 where you just want to feel different. You want to operate in your relationships differently, and you deserve that because you've been working really hard, and you're just too fun and too awesome and too amazing to be feeling any type of heaviness or less than who you are. Okay, this is for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn for the last 2 days of Mercury Retrograde, ending on Monday, and the rest of, a little bit of energy going into the rest of 2021. Okay, 4 of Cups, Capricorn. You've been all in your feels. You've just been thinking about stuff so much that has happened before. So much that has happened in the past. Let's see this card that just came out. You feel frustrated that things aren't moving the way you want them to. They're not going. It feels very stagnant. It feels very heavy. It's like you're walking through mud. It's been hard. It's just been like one thing after the other. The Empress. And you've been taking care of everybody else, like you normally do. But that's done now. So 4 of Cups came out, the Hanged Man, and the Empress. Then the Tower. So you staying stuck because you're worrying about everybody else, it has to stop now. It's not sustainable. It's not healthy. There's a lot of other things for you to birth into this world, whether it be children, whether it be ideas, whether it be projects, anything. There's so many other things that you're here to make and do and be and experience and share, and you're not, because you're putting it all into everybody else's cup, and you're feeling frustrated at the end of the day. You're feeling frustrated, but you don't have to. The Tower and the King of Cups. Then King of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. So you need to be more assertive about your emotions, and you need to be more assertive about the things that you want to create. A lot of people have been leaning on you and relying on you. But as soon as you shift that energy onto yourself and into this fire and water of what you need to bring to the table and what you need to feel emotionally stable, then things will start moving a lot quicker. You have to start pouring more into yourself. That's the reading. That's the reading, and I feel like it feels almost like yelling, like, you've known this for so long, why haven't you been doing it? You're mad at everybody else, but you're not looking at at your dreams and goals. It's in reverse. You're not seeing the things that you need in the future. You're not planning for yourself in the future. So that's it. Scorpio season. Right now, it's coming up. It's time. It's time for you to put to bed and kill this old version of you that feels like death, that feels so tired, that feels drained, that feels like this person on the floor under the horse, and become reborn into the person that you want to be. Scorpio season is very deep in emotions. The deepest part of the ocean that we can go to. It's the deepest part of emotions we can go to. And once you go down very, very far into the emotional depths of who you are during Scorpio season, you will come out stronger after that as the King of Cups. Capricorn's not afraid to go to the deep part of the ocean because they're very competitive and they're all about being the best. So Capricorn will is just so hardcore and will be like, no problem, watch me. I'm done feeling this way. So watch me. Watch me dive deeper than everybody else and watch me come back up hotter than everybody else. Capricorn's just a bit stubborn and has to reach their limit. And now you're there. You're at your limit. Yeah. And now you're ready for new emotional offers, proposals, even, what am I trying to say? Proposals and, what is the word? Proposals and apologies. That's what I'm looking for. So the Page of Cups can be a card of new words, new offers. This is all about emotions, but it could also be about receiving apologies that you deserve. And 10 of Pentacles. This is really the goal of a Capricorn. This is what's most important to Capricorn, is getting to this level. 10 of Pentacles. Like, the money is on point, the body is on point, you feel amazing. So use Scorpio season to come out on the other side like a phoenix rising. It's time now. It's enough. You're just tired. You have everything you need to be in this energy. It's already there. It's just a very small shift you have to make. You're just pouring too much into other people. That's all. Because you feel like nobody can do it better than you. So you have to do it all. But just accept that not everything is going to be perfect and as amazing as you would do it. And let other people help. And sit down. Sit down. Let somebody else bring you a coffee. Sit down. Right? That's it. There's not even any more cards that need to be pulled for you. Just let other people do things for you for a second. Okay. Feminine, receive. The card of femininity. It's time for you to receive. You've been very Capricorn in your masculine energy. Very in your masculine energy. Doing, achieving, working. Sexuality. Where do you need to bring more sexuality into your life? Whether it's in the bedroom or whether it's in the way you're dressing. Just how are you feel... Sorry, I paused. How are you going to feel more sexual in and of yourself? How are you going to feel more sexy? How are you going to embody that feminine energy? When you drop into the feminine energy of warmness and nurturing and mystery and sexuality and sensuality, then things can start flowing to you a lot better. You won't have to work so hard. I'm going to pull one more for you. There you go. As soon as you do that, abundance comes. That's it. Okay. We're going to Aquarius, and then we're going to Pisces, and then we're going to wrap it up. So let's see what Aquarius needs to know for the last few days of Mercury retrograde. Aquarius has been really wanting to shake things up. Things have been going fine, but it feels a bit monotonous and the same. They've been looking for a change. They've been looking to cut some things out. Ace of Swords. But that's very, okay, hold on a second. That's very Aquarius. Everything has to be individual and unique and different, and it's beautiful. That's why we love Aquarius. Ace of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Okay, so let's start here. Aquarius is just tired of their own bullshit. They want it all gone. They're tired of their own bullshit, and they're tired of everybody else's bullshit and lies and the way that everybody else lies to themselves. This is more about other people. Aquarius has been feeling really good. They just want to shake things up a little bit, go to the next level of their life. But they watch a lot how other people lie to themselves, and it doesn't make any sense to them. And they don't really want people like that around them anymore. Becoming very specific about who is in their company. They're seeing a lot of people that are in their life are doing the same things that don't make sense to them, and they're shifting into a new level. The Tower and the Page of Wands. Just taking down all of the things and ways and habits and beliefs that are no longer working. And Page of Wands. Being very inquisitive, very curious. What's that over there? What's this over here? What's happening there? Who's this person? Just being very inquisitive. Wanting to explore. Just not here for anybody's self-deception or the lies that they tell themselves anymore. If you're not going to be honest about who you are and what you want, then I just don't have space for you in my life. That's kind of the attitude. Not really in a mean way, they're just minding their own business. Aquarius is just worried about their own little bird and what they're wearing and what they're doing in their garden. That's all. They just don't want any of it for 2022. They already think it's wild and insane what's been happening in this world in the last few years, so they're trying to make it as nice as possible for the new year. 3 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. They are focusing very intently on building properly. They're not trying to go quickly. They're being very focused on what is of value and what is of quality, and who is of value and who is of quality. That's it. That is Aquarius' main focus. And this has become more apparent during Mercury retrograde. And they actually have found it very refreshing. That's beautiful. I'm going to pull one more card. Mercury retrograde has brought a lot of things to light for Aquarius. And all it has done is given them more information about who and what is worthy of their time and attention. Interesting, but emotionally... Okay, so let me see the bottom of the deck here. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so worth-wise, like who they have, like Aquarius has a very good focus on how they want to feel and what their is and what their worth is. But they've, over Mercury retrograde, they've gone a little bit into their emotions. 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Thinking a lot about the past, thinking a lot about the way that things didn't work out before, what they've lost, their pain, and just not paying attention to the other cups that are here, the other gifts that are being given to them. So Aquarius, just being mindful of that. Where are you putting your focus and shifting it? So don't let Mercury retrograde, like, use the energy that's there for you to go over past things, so you know if there's anything there that you need to heal. But after this week coming, do your best to shift your focus. What are the things that are working emotionally in your life? Who does make you feel good in your heart? And what are the activities and habits that you do that uplift you emotionally? Shuffle, okay. Ending. So there's a lot of ending going on. You're ending a period of who you were, going into a new part of who you want to be, and change. Ending and change. But I don't feel like this is scary for you. I think that you feel good about it. I think you're ready for whatever is ending and changing. I'm going to pull one more card. Choice. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. It's all about which choice and which perspective you choose to pay attention to. Okay. Pisces. 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 Okay. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So over this time, you have been figuring out what puts you into your Queen energy, where to balance things out. You've been realizing where you've been giving too much of your energy and who's been taking it very willingly, not even thinking about it, not even thinking or asking about what you want or what you need. But at the same time, you've been very generous with it because that's how you are. But let's see the next card that comes out. Yeah, you've been very generous with your time and energy, and it's okay. But you're starting to get a little bit tired now. You're realizing that the things that you want have been falling back a little bit. Not too much, but they've been falling back a bit. So just watching and paying attention to the small areas in your life or to the people in your life that are draining a bit, and not really adding to the things that you want to be building and creating. You've also been becoming very generous lately with your knowledge and wisdom. So new ways that you might want to share this with the world. You've been teaching yourself a lot lately and trying to decide where you want to disperse it and how you want to use it, which is really awesome. King of Wands, yeah. Where do you want to apply this fire energy? So King of Wands and Queen of Pentacles is really nice because this is a very good feminine and masculine energy. So to me, you feel good. Yeah, and the things that you used to fight about with people, you're not even fighting about them anymore. This is a lot of conflict going on, but it's in reverse. You're not even fighting about it anymore. You're just realizing you're above it all. Your energy is very good in its worth. And Wands, the King of Wands, you know what you want to create. You know what you have to offer. You feel like a leader in your life. And you're just not going to fight anybody anymore to make you, not to make you feel a certain way, but to give that to you. If they're not there and being equal in their energy, then you don't have to fight them. You just go where you need to go and do what you need to do and keep your focus really straight, which is awesome. Justice. So we're in Libra season now. Both of these cards are about balance. Both of these cards are about things being equal. So this is an important theme for you right now. Pay attention and think about what this means for you. Where are things unbalanced and where do I need to make them equal? This can also be a card of legal matters. So the justice system, things working out for you, or balancing, things working out in your favor. It's not going to be as much of a fight as it once was. Three of Wands. So thinking and looking into the distance at new opportunities. Kind of like I was saying, I feel like you have a lot of new ideas lately that you want to start implementing or that you have been doing. Some entrepreneurial venture. It's beautiful. It's very supported for you at this time. And the Lover's card. The Chariot and the Page of Swords. This is beautiful. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Let me spread these out for a second. Whatever direction you have decided over these last 3 weeks to go towards is aligned. It's where you're supposed to be going. There's going to be many different choices. Both of these cards are about choices. It's interesting. It's like a very black and white, and both of these cards are about balance. So where do you need to balance your energy? Where are you giving it out too much and too little? And then what are the choices that you need to make to go towards your life path and into the right direction? These two cards together could also be about communication from a lover. And a really strong union forming. If you're already in a partnership, then this could be about aligning in terms of career path or purpose. And if there's somebody coming into your life, then as soon as you are aligning with your life path and your purpose, then this person comes into your life. This is the card of life path and purpose, and this is the card of relationship, lovers, or it could indicate a Gemini. This is about a Cancer. This is about a Libra. So these are three different energies that are operating in your life right now. Could also be indicative of people. And there's also a lot of wands on the table, which is fire energy. But to me, I'm feeling like a Libra, Cancer, or Gemini. All aligning. All of these energies are aligning when you bring the balance into your life that aligns you with your purpose and your path, which I feel like you're becoming closer to and you're having more ideas about. And then this is where the relationship sector of your life becomes stronger as soon as you align with this. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to pull a last card. What does Pisces need to know? Strength. That's beautiful. Have strength in where you're going. Have strength from where you've been. Be strong. You've gained a lot of strength from this period. These last 3 months have brought a lot of strength to you. A lot more confidence. A lot more peace. Like you don't feel like you have to fight as hard anymore or to prove yourself to anybody anymore, which is really nice. I'm going to pull one more card for Pisces. And truth. So as soon as you align with your truth, with the new confidence that you have gathered for yourself over the last 3 months, then you can go forward in a really nice and smooth direction and align with better people that are for you, whether it be friendship, business, or romantic relationships. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching tonight. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. All of my services are online at homeofleda.com, as well as all of my skincare products. I love you guys. Have a great night.